Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the Florida International Panthers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got enough for the first. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
FIU set up with another 1st down. We'll send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
On first and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line.
International offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. This defense will try to keep everything in front. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McClung. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Gonna run it. It's McClung. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? 42, Spider. Lion.
Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Punt is in the air. He'll take it on the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Wants to throw again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's McClung. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The give to the tailback. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give out of the gun. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Panthers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the set.
Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He turns that loose down the right side.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Aggies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying play action. Skips away from pressure. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
14, Utah State, 7.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Turning it on! And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a hold. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Complete in the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Going for 6. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage, found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Utah State, 14.
And he's going to try to return this one. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Cricket.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Quick release by the QB. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Okay,
So
ready?
now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range.
Get set. Kill. Raise him.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Okay,
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Easy.
Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Jackrabbit.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
Loss of 5. Second down coming up.
We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Utah State.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wide receiver going in motion. Takes a handoff. It's McClung. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
3:25.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McClung. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Absolutely perfect. And they've regained the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes the grab on the big throw. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Utah State up-tempo. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Touchdown, Utah State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter. Now you're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
International 24.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's McClung. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Panthers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds the tight end. There he goes. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks the tackle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.